Hey guys, System here, and this is FTB Stoneblock 3. Hope we're all having a great day. Let's go ahead and jump back into this pack. Ep29 episodes, I did a fair amount, but first off, I am having a great day as well. So let's go ahead and push forward and get this pack done, man. Just let's get it finished up. So Ep29 episodes, I worked on it base a little bit. Made this room here, I got started digging out. Probably have to be bigger, but I think there's like 17 or 18 recipes we need to set up in the cooking pot. So we'll go ahead and work on those automations here in a couple minutes. I moved the, what back here? I moved back the rice and the onions back there and hooked it up this storage controller. As well as set up these drawers here. And these were just the ones I could just straight up craft, right? So I was able to craft those. So I got them all set up, made 2,000, and we're pretty much ready with those ones there. So that is good. Over here, I was fooling around with the cooking pot, just trying to see how the sidedness works, right? So the items have to come into the top, I found out. Then the bowl has to come through the side, so that's how it works there. So like almost like a furnace, right? So it's like cool, right? Then you can pull out the items, it seems like, out any side. So I was just fooling around with the rice here, but it's really easy to do. And then you have to have like a stove underneath it as well. So it's a little weird. It's a little weird, but at the same time, not that big a deal. But one thing you have to be kind of concerned about, if you have like something like right there to start making the rice, but if you have a rice here to rice here, it doesn't make the recipe. So you have to have something that can control the inserting as well. But we should be able to do that pretty easy. So figured that out there. Then down here, I guess, was I turned off our hemp. Our hemp's actually done now. We actually have all 1,700 of the singularities is what I went for. So that is good. And over here, I had to go ahead and turn on neutronium again, just to make sure we have enough. So that is the thing. The way I finished up hemp, too, so I had that going for a while, but I also kind of supplemented it, because I realized I only needed like 1.5 million more hemp to get it finished up. Where's that at? Oh, it's right on me. I set up this here. It's a compact machine. Inside it is just, I never set the spawn, did I? No. Let's go ahead and teleport. There you go. I idled inside this machine for a while. It has a bunch of pedestals, and these are just the goddess bands, right? So we kind of grab that. Can I have the goddess band? I thought you could just do that. There you go. Did I get it? I just voted that off. Anyway, it's the goddess bands, and what the goddess bands do is just accelerate crops, right? So they're just tick accelerators for crops. When they get full ground, they automatically break them. For some reason with hemp though, if you plant it after the goddess band is on, it doesn't break the seed like it normally does. Like usually it on-plants the seed, right? And then you have to plant it again. So yeah, it works really well. Every once in a while it does break the seed, but yeah, it definitely works as well. And then I didn't have to set up like a replanting setup. I just kind of idled in here after planting a whole bunch of these seeds, and it goes really fast actually. I'll show you in a second here. Go here, go to hemp. Gotta go ahead and turn this off because I don't actually need it anymore. But you can see there the hemp goes up super quick. And you could have this, I guess, auto planting the seeds again as well if you needed tons of hemp. But like I said, I only needed 1.5 million. It didn't take that long. So it was the way I finished up our balloons. So our balloons are done, basically is what I'm trying to say. And I didn't here. I basically just sat here. There once in a while I come back and replant the seeds because I was too lazy to set up a sower from, what is that mod there? Industrial Forgoing, right? So I guess that's a thing as well. And outside of that, did I do anything? Oh yeah, I did this. Another big thing, actually. Head down here. I made this room. So I guess this is pretty big too, right? This is going to be our endgame room. So I have everything pretty much filtered, I guess. I have everything filtered for the Infinity Agate. I just need to have the actual Infinity Catalyst for that one there. So I just went ahead and set this all up good already. So we could just get it done when we're done, right? Didn't want to spend 2 hours just doing filtering. I actually spent 2 hours on this room, and most of it was filtering. So I spent like 20 minutes building it. Then probably another hour and 40 minutes just filtering it all. So I guess that's the thing. So I have this one all filtered as well. It is good to go. So that one's great. Only thing this one needs is the actual stew. Then that'll be the one for the stew here. This one's not fully filtered yet, but I think it's about half filtered, right? So I have the top 2 rows, then most of this row, and that there. So I still have 30 items to filter in this one, I guess. But once that's done, it's done. And yeah, this will be where we finally do the final crafting, I guess, down here, which is pretty cool and pretty rad. So I think that's everything I did. So the next thing we need to do is go ahead and automate our cooking pot. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to start off probably with the rice. I think we have to cook rice first. And the tomato sauce, because we need more of that for everything else, I guess, than anything else. Because some of that cooked rice is used in these recipes, as well as you need a big batch of the cooked rice itself for the recipe. And tomato sauce, I think it's just used in a couple recipes. It's not used in the actual stew itself, right? I don't think the tomato sauce is used in there. Anyway, can't believe I'm talking so seriously about foods at the very end of the pack, but let's go ahead and get these automated. So the only thing kind of in between us and the end of the pack here is, well, these 30 recipes and HDPE. So let's go ahead and start working on this stuff here. I'm going to probably end up having these kind of in a row down here. I'm going to make the room a little longer, but I'll end up having these stoves on each side. There are different stoves you can use. I think you'd even just use like campfires or a magma block, I think is an option as well. But we're just going to go with this kind of setup here. Then we'll have the cooking pots kind of on top, right? These things don't stack either, just to be annoying. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's work on this side first, I guess. So let's go ahead and drop these ones off and think about how I'm going to do this. I think it's going to be really basic, actually. What we're going to do is go ahead and grab some exporters. So let's set this up here. This one's going to be for rice, right? So up here I have rice. I should be able to export it into here. We'll set up a regulator in this one. And we should be able to set them out. And we'll just set it to 64. And that way I'll just hopefully just keep rice in that one slot constantly and never go over. Actually, I may go a little under that too. Let's actually go to 32 just to be safe. So I think that's good there. As long as it never goes over 64, it should never try to fill up another slot, I don't think, anyway. So that is good there. Then we do get bowls into here too. So let's go ahead and dig this out for a second. Actually, let's go ahead and slow that down before I make a big blunder. I guess we want another exporter here as well. So the exporter here, this one's going to need a bowl, right? So let's go ahead and grab a bowl. Pop that hopefully in there. So that should keep that filled with bowls. We could set the amount on that too. I don't know. Do bowls stack? I can't remember if bowls stack in this pack. We don't need a regulator on that one, I don't think. We'll just leave that one. Probably going to definitely want a stack upgrade on that top one, though. So let's go ahead and grab you. Go ahead and pop you in here. And that should pretty much handle that. So if I go ahead and hook these up now, let's go ahead and grab some cables. Let's see if it starts making us rice, right? Because that is the plan. Go ahead and do that. Get you out of here. And probably pop you up there. There we go. It's making rice, which is what we want. And I guess the bowls do stack, but it shouldn't go that fast anyway. If we have to do it faster, that isn't a big deal, but that is fine. Maybe I could go ahead and grab another stack upgrade. Maybe them. Probably put one into here, just so I never have to worry about that. And that speed, I guess that probably doesn't even need speed upgrades. It's going to be waiting anyway. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a drawer here. We need to do extraction. And I'm thinking item transporters, if they'll work. They don't work on all inventories though, so I guess we'll find out. If so, they're the quickest one to do. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't work on this one. Of course, you don't work on this one. So anyway, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that then. We'll have to go with a less attractive kind of solution, which is just pipes. Let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and grab ourselves something to set the extract here. Then we'll want some ultimate upgrades. Let's go pipes, because I always have a hard time finding them when I search for ultimate. But anyway, do that. And that should handle that. So that should be good. I'm going to end up accelerating this one too. So I want to kind of see how fast it's going to go here. Let's go ahead and grab 2 watches for now. So I want to have these ones kind of get backlogged with their drawers, because there are some recipes that could do just with the rice without using more stoves, right? So I want to get them kind of backed up, get rid of those ones, so I know exactly how much more of the rice I need, because it is something I only have a limited amount of. So it looks like everything's working good there, right? It's going at a pretty good pace. Everything's keeping up. Shouldn't have to worry about anything on that one. Let's go ahead and do our pasta sauce next, right? Anyway, it's kind of funny. Before I was, YouTuber and stuff, I used to be a chef, right? So, yeah, it's weird that I'm ending a pack doing cooking stuff. But anyway, could do that there. Probably just set up the extract first. Let's do this here. Go ahead and grab ourselves the wrench, I guess. We can set the extract with that. And I already have the upgrade, so that is good. Then I guess we just need... do I need an importer? I don't know why I grabbed importers. So go ahead and grab a exporter. So I have one there, one there. And what's the recipe on this one? They're all a little different, so you have to check, right? So this one... not the mixing. It's 2 tomatoes, so in different slots it looks like. I wonder if 2 tomatoes in the same slot works. Let's go ahead and grab a tomato here. Or we have to worry about the 2 separate slots here. So does this work here? I guess we need a bowl as well. Go ahead and grab a bowl here. See if this works or not. So if I pop that in there and do that, it does not work. Okay, let's go ahead and set this filter first. So do that. Get a stack in there for sure. And then we'll have to have it so it splits it up. We should be able to set it to 128, I think, with a regulator. I think that'll work. So let's go ahead and try that out. So we'll go exporter. It's already hooked up. I guess here we want a regulator. Grab our tomatoes. So, or actually already made one. Didn't mean to. Wait, I had to put that in there. Okay, that's a thing. We already have that, though. Go ahead and grab a tomato again. Sweet. I guess I didn't need to do it that way, but that's the way I did it. Then we'll go ahead and put a tomato here and here. Actually, we'll do it this way. I just set this one 64. And that one's 64, and that should be good, actually. That should work. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a cable here. There and there. And does it do the thing? Probably needs What do I have here? A stack upgrade? Yep, and that should be able to keep up with that, I think. Oh, look at that. That's just shooting out past the saw super quick, right? So that one should go super quick. Oh, these ones too. That's annoying, actually. Do we have the copper upgrades? Let's use one copper upgrade on this one. What does that multiply that by? These things apparently only stack to 16. That's why it's saying it only has 512, right? Actually, let me check that. So is that actually only 16? Yeah, it is too. So yeah, that's definitely an issue there. I have to multiply that by 8. So how much is that going to end up with in there? 4,000? That's probably safe, right? Like I said, I have to watch these two because I want to make sure we don't burn through all of our tomato and the rice before I have everything I need it for, right? Because I need some of it in the raw form for some of the other recipes. But it looks like we're pretty good here right now anyway. So anyway, that is 2 of those. I'm going to go ahead and probably set up a couple more recipes here. I need to go ahead and set up the ones that we can just use the cooked rice on. Should hook this up to a storage door too. I don't know if we can connect to that one that's in there already, but I'll have one for the room at some point anyway. But anyway, I can just go ahead and grab this. See where this one's hooked up here. It's hooked up to that one over there. Need to get it linked up to this one, I suppose. So we'll do that and see if we're within range, which is hopefully. So that and that. So that's good there. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of crafting, I guess, and setting up recipes on the ones that just require this stuff, right? So if I go to, say, I guess I have rice on me somewhere right here. Check out one that I could do for sure. It's going to be steak and potatoes. So I think I got the last kind of recipe we can just set up here. So it'll be this one here, the mud chops, right? So let's go ahead and grab that. Well, not last recipe with the rice. But anyway, do that there. These are just the ones I can just craft, right? So I just did that one, mud chops. So the 3 that you can just craft without using the cooking pots after you have rice is the mud chops, right? So the mud chops right here, roasted mud chops. Then it was the, which one? The salmon roll. And this one here was the, not the grilled salmon. Was it this one? Steak and potatoes. So those 3 there, you can kind of craft as soon as you have rice. But after that, we'll still need rice for a couple more of the recipes, I think. Or maybe we'll just need 2 pounds of the rice to kind of keep on hand. Either way, we'll figure that out. And yeah, that handles that. I looked at this one too, and apparently this one's just used in the cooking pots, right? So I just need to go ahead and set up the rest of the recipes here, which I think I'll go ahead and do now. So I just ran into another issue here. I didn't see this recipe here. So this one has to have minced beef. So I need to basically do a run on beef, right? So go ahead and do that there. Blacklist that, right? Then set it so it can go to a drawer. Then link that up to a drawer here and just let it run for a bit. Then I'll be good to do that recipe, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And then I should be able to turn that on, hopefully. And that's going to get me the minced beef. And once that's filled up, I'll be able to turn that off and not have that run anymore. Just, just keep hitting little issues, right, as we go, as to be expected. Just things that I missed here. But, yeah, we need a good little supply of that. So, it's good to set up some more recipes and hammer this out, right? So, I think I just have 5 more to go. And then we are pretty much finished up here. I did have to redo my cabling because I'm going to have to rip out my back wall. But most of the recipes, not too bad. Pretty straightforward for the most part. But, yeah, just they're doing the stuff with things. Like, what do I have here? This one is, I guess I didn't set this one to extract. What is this one here? Noodle soup. Who wants noodle soup in their life? No one. Let's go ahead and pull that out. I mean, it doesn't sound too bad, I guess. Fried egg, pork, kelp, and pasta. Doesn't sound like the tastiest thing without any sauce, but definitely is there. One of them was weird, too. Which one was it? This one over here? Was it this one? One of them didn't take a bowl. Yeah, this one here, no bowl. It's just a cabbage roll. And you can use different meat on it, too. Also, you want to be a little careful when you're setting up these recipes, too. Because some of them will use rice as an option, or tomato, or something else. So if you have an option to not use it, and use something that you can just EMC, make sure you probably do that first, right? So just stuff that I noticed here. Also, why am I getting bottles on the ground? Oh, is this spitting out bottles? This is too. It's like spitting out bottles. What a jerk. I need a trash can and an advanced collector. We'll go ahead and deal with that real quick. Yeah, we'll deal with that real toot sweet, right? I didn't expect that to spit out bottles. But that one's using milk. What was this one? Pumpkin soup, of all things. Doesn't sound good at all to me. I've never had pumpkin soup, and I don't want to. There we go. Apparently I didn't have cod in the system, so a couple of the recipes were messed up, but I think I have them sorted out now. Like, I didn't have it in one of the EMC links that's actually stored, right? So I didn't have that. So it was not working on a couple of recipes, but I have it since fixed. So I think all these are done. That one doesn't have anything in it. Just check these one more time to make sure. This one here was kicking out bowls. This one, actually. Yeah, this one here. 2 of them were. It was whatever this one is. The pasta with meatballs and the mud chops. They both kick out bowls when they're done. So I had to deal with that. Avoided them off. But I think we may have all the recipes done. we may actually have full automation on every one of these cooking recipes. I just have that one off right now too. That's on purpose. Oh, apparently one of these is kicking up bowls as well. Which one is it? I need to watch it. Which one are you? Does it matter? I guess it doesn't matter. I can just go ahead and do this here. You go. That should grab it, hopefully, and deal with that there. So this one was messed up. It's working. That one's like a vegetable soup, I think. This one, what was this one here? That was the fried rice. Now it looks like everything's working. Everything's working, right? I think I've cleaned up all our mess too. So let's go ahead and get these all hooked up to a single door controller. That should work there. And we probably want to come down here for a sec and down here. I got them all accelerated now too, which is really nice. So anyway, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a external storage, just like this. Then we'll be able to go ahead and head downstairs and finish off our recipe for the stew on the crafter setup as well. So that should be good there. Then we should be able to get out and grab ourselves some cable, just right there. Then we are good, right? So they should be all in storage. So if I go ahead and look now for pumpkin, is it actually in there? Yes, we actually have our stuffed pumpkin. This stuffed pumpkin too only stacks to 1. It was actually problematic. It was only keeping 32, I think, in the drawer, right? But I went ahead and threw in a bunch of netherite upgrades. Everything else I pretty much gave a copper upgrade, because all these ones that you kind of see the bold image, they only stack to 16, obviously. So that's how it kind of works with the vanilla thing, right? And yeah, these ones here, no, I think they're 16 as well. These two here weren't. These ones that are stacks to 64, I guess. But either way, got that all taken care of. And I guess I'm heading downstairs now and going to endgame and finish off, I guess, the filtering on this. I'm going to be doing this one item at a time. I'll add a connector, filter it, then add a connector, filter it one by one. Just so I can keep it organized. But I got another like 20 minutes of doing this stuff probably. So let's go ahead and get her done. So I might be done with this recipe. I guess we'll find out here in a second. But I'm going to have a crafter push the items to the chest here and hopefully do the whole recipe. But there was a lot of filtering, a lot of places where I could just, make a little mistake of putting something in the wrong kind of filter here. So we'll kind of see if this works here. We need to go ahead and head over to Refined and actually make the recipe real quick. Not there. Can't craft it with that. Should be able to craft it in here. You can actually do this too. So you just go ahead and shift this recipe in. And you might be thinking these can only hold 9, right? Refined storage by default will let you put tons of things into a recipe. So it's just a pretty cool way. And I'm hoping if I have all my filtering right, we could do it this way. It's just a really easy way to do it. So anyway, let's go ahead and head down to endgame here. And grab, what do we need here? We need to go to the right spot. Let's go ahead and check that out. Head to this crafter. Pop that in there. Look at the size of that recipe too. Just all those items in there. It's crazy. So that is cool. And see if I can do this and see if it actually crafts it and see if I did the recipe right. So let's go to stew, right? Go ahead and do that. Looks like we have everything. I guess that is the first thing to check, right? Let's go ahead and click start here. And is it sending items? It is. Oh, I didn't set an export yet. So we need to set an export here. So let's go ahead. Be pulled from the chest, right? So let's go to the chest here. Create that. And export. And then stack. And then 5 milliseconds. Trying to. Oh, dropped the potato. I have something wrong there. Did it try to put 2 things into one slot or something? See if anything else messes up here. Oh, we got 2 mistakes. So if I'm correct, this is the problem right here. Let's go ahead and take that. I had pasta with mutton chop on here. And this one should be noodle soup. So I think that was the mistake. The potato was really a minor issue. I just had it going the wrong way. But if this is correct... Oh, why didn't I get the neutronium, actually? Oh, I have it right here. Go ahead and put that back. If I put that in there now, let's see if it actually gets done. Because if so, that is cool. So go ahead and put that in there. I will have to go ahead and speed this up because I already saw that it was going too slow. I think I pulled from the line before it's accelerated. It's the only reason it's not going fast, but I can fix that really easy. And you gonna work? Oh my goodness, we got a stew. We did it, we got a stew. We got a cosmic stew. We did it, we got the recipe right. That's actually rad. Oh, I gotta deal with 20 bowls. Okay, I'll have to get another drawer here. Didn't even think of that, but anyway, we'll have a drawer here. And bottles. So we'll need a 2x2 drawer to deal with that. That's really easy. And then our stew, right? Should just have to go up here. I want to go ahead and do it. Is this actually correct? Come on, you can do your thing? Because if so, we got our infinity catalyst. I mean, I'll be able to set up a recipe where a stew equals infinity catalyst, I think, right? Oh, that's so good. That's good too. Which means we can go ahead and do this. let me go ahead and set up some more recipes here. Also, I need to get a 2x2 drawer. So I think I have everything kind of set up and ready to go, right? So I'm going to go ahead and set up this recipe here. That should be everything we need for a infinity again. So let's go ahead and grab that. You want to go ahead and head down to the end game room. And then, where is it at? I want to go over here. I just set up the filter with this too, because I can actually just straight up make catalyst now, right? So I just go catalyst. Go ahead, hey, make me one. Just like that. It's going to go ahead and make everything and be done, right? But if it needed stew, it would have gone ahead and made that as well. So it's actually working. It's doing the thing. And that's great, right? Over here, I need this. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. I've already gone ahead and set up the recipe too, because we had access to the stuff now, right? So the catalyst is filtered. And I should be able to just call for an infinity agate. So that's kind of the main thing. Also, I got these all hooked up to an external storage. So it's actually down here, right? So I have the storage controller and the external storage. So that should be working there, which is kind of the idea. And I need to make sure that's actually all in the system, actually. 5 there, and I have 5. Yeah, that works good. Let's go ahead and see if we can do an infinity. Because if so, we are pretty much just waiting around until all the stuff crafts, right? Oh, it's going to go through all 3, too. So that's actually cool. So it's going to have to make a actual, stew here first. It's going to have to start making these at the same time. And once it starts getting the infinity it gets, once it has the 10, 11, what is it? 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, it'll actually make that. So I guess we'll find out if it's going to work here. Because if not, we're going to find out right away. I think everything is set in here too. There we go. Is this going to work? Is it going to do the thing? Oh, it did it. Oh, it didn't push down there though. Oh, because it's locked. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Push that in there. There you go. We got our first infinity agate. And I can autocraft those now. So that's amazing. Although there's something going on here. I need to figure that out. It's hanging the recipes. I don't know why. So I need to sort that out, I guess. But as long as I get that sorted, it shouldn't be that big a deal. I mean, maybe if I just pipe it in via an ender chest, maybe it'll sort it out. For some reason, it's not seeing it as a finished recipe. But outside of that, it seems like everything's working. I can go ahead and make sure it's actually registering, but my goodness, we got our first infinity agate. I just need to basically go ahead and craft up a whole bunch of these, and we're done. We're pretty much done, except for the HDPE. Okay, let's go ahead and do our HDPE. Shouldn't take too long here. Let's go ahead and do that. Get that full of water, because I need a tank of water. We're not going to be doing any permanent setup, because honestly, it doesn't matter at all. Anyway, go to here. That should be good. And in here, I think I need myself a tube, right? Not a tube. I need a pipe. Go ahead and grab a pipe. I'll need tubes as well, so let's go grab them. So I think I go here, 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 and here. And then we go ahead and set the extract on this puppy. If I grab a configurator, and we'll start the first part of it. There you go. So once that's full of water, notice there's biofuel in here. This is because I set up a crusher. I put in some melon slices. You don't have to use melon slices, and I think there's actually better options. But I just went with melon because it was the first one I grabbed. So you'll need that in there. The other thing we need in here, I think, is oxygen. Let me see here. I need to check that for a second. HDPE, liquid ethylene, then deconcentrating. Oh, it's hydrogen that we need on the other side. Where I got the hydrogen from, too, was from our electrolytic separator setup. Before we were boiling it off, see they're dumping excess. I just threw a tank here for a little bit and filled up a little bit of hydrogen. We don't need much. We just need enough to kind of get this going, right? We need a tube. Do I have a tube? I'd like to have a tube. There you go. Go ahead and put a tube. Oh, maybe right there. There you go. This is going to be a very temporary setup. Like I said, we just need one pellet, right? So what do I need here? I need the hydrogen tanks. Let's go ahead and grab you. Pop you here. Then I should be able to set the output out the bottom. And that, hopefully, is doing the stuff in here. I guess we need some power, right? So let's go ahead and grab a gate. Sweet. And is that not going in the machine, though? It doesn't feel like it's going in the machine at all. Grab config here and see if we can figure out what's going on. Shouldn't have to do that. I can see that it already has stuff in there. It must be the sideness. So we want the gas side, not fluids. Gases. Output. Do an input right there, right? There you go. That's going to do the stuff and things. We should get ethylene as a byproduct because we need that. And we need this substrate as well. So let's grab that. The ethylene we need to put through the rotary, right? And I don't think it matters. I think we can just like put it down direct connected and then put it at the front of the machine. I think I've done that before. So let's go to the side here. Go to the gases. And we want the front. And we'd want a output. There you go. That's going to end up in here. That's going to start turning that into liquid ethylene, which is what we need next. And that should come out of the front of that. I think we need to put that into another PRC And this time with oxygen, I guess. So let's go ahead and go to that side. Is that getting the stuff? You gonna push? Can't remember how this works here. Go to gases. So this side would be, I'll put it down this way, right? That way. So I want it to push left on the gases. Looks like it should be output. You know what? I'm just going to do output out every side until it goes to the spot that I want, right? See if it'll output. Maybe I need a tube on this one. Some of them you need actual tubes. Looks like I need a tube here. Probably not, but anyway, let's go ahead and grab a tube. So we just go ahead and grab a tube. Do that there. And is it getting... Oh, is that in the right form? It's a liquid now, system. You're a jerk. Go ahead and grab ourselves a pipe here. So we want a pipe. So there's our pipes right there. Go ahead and pull that out of there. And see if we can actually get the liquid to come out that side, right? So it'd be a liquid now. So let's go to side. Let's go to fluids. This output. And there it goes. It's actually going out. Then we should be able to pipe that into the PRC. Get our liquid ethylene. I think we put the substrate in there. Then we just need to go ahead and get oxygen in here and we're done. So yeah, really simple since we already have the stuff kind of already set up. Otherwise, a little more work. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab our tube. Let's go ahead and pull out of the top. I guess right there. That looks good too. And is that actually doing the thing or do I need more? I guess we need to set up the sides first. So this one would be gas on that side. Input. And then we need power. Sweet. And see if it's actually going to make us our HDPE pellet because this is over done. Cool. Let's go downstairs. Go ahead and just throw that on the table. Cool. Go to pellet. Grab like 8 of them because I think that's what we need. And then we are done this part of it, which is fantastic all around. Go ahead and do that. Cool. Awesome. And then do that. And then we just go ahead and grab HDPE and we got infinite. Cool. So that handles that. And yeah, I think at this point I'm pretty much just sitting around and waiting for the crafting of our catalyst and infinity again. So gonna have to let that go. I did queue up 1,600 catalysts, so it's gonna take a while, probably like 2 hours, but we'll just let that go, I guess. So this is a future system. It's actually been 7 hours. It took a long time to make these ingots, actually, so way longer than I thought, but they are all finished up. I think I don't need any more, but I could go ahead and make a few more, I guess, just to show you the process here. It actually works really smooth right now, so yeah, it just does all the stuff and things that it needs to. So it makes these, and it makes this one, that every time it gets 8, it goes ahead and makes this. I had to go ahead and swap out with Ender Chest. That way it actually sees the finished product for each step, because it wasn't doing that with the drawers for some reason. But I guess that's not that big a deal. But yeah, I just went to Ender Chest. Also, this one too, like I said, it took 7 hours to make all these. Instead of, I would change this, basically, is what I'm going to say here. I'd have the craft finish right here, then pop out, you know what I mean? And then have a collector pick it up instead, because it would be just quicker in the long run than having it to push down. I guess when you're doing 1,650 of them, it is just a better way of doing it, I think, right? So yeah, I definitely have it pop out right here, and then just have a collector pick up the item, because it would be faster. Probably would have cut off like a half an hour, you know what I mean, in the total time. So probably a better way of doing that, and definitely a thing. Anyway, also on top of that, I had an issue back here, a little weird one. Down here, this chest here. So I don't know what's going on here, but right now I have the neutronium. It actually gets put in this way, so directly with an exporter, because there's a weird kind of interaction with this chest here, right? I have no idea what's going on actually. Go to, well, I know what's going on, but I don't know why it's doing it. But if I go ahead and put neutronium in this chest, it goes somewhere. I have no idea where it's going, right? It makes no sense. If I actually go in here and look at all the importers, nothing is filtered, right? There's no neutronium on any of these filters at all whatsoever. Look at this. It's like a magic trick, right? None of the blacklist is selected. I made sure that was not a thing as well. Go ahead and grab our... It doesn't matter. I'll just grab cobble or something so I can show you what's happening. Because it took me like 20 minutes to figure this out. But when I put down a cobble, it updates this. And there's actually a connection here to this ender chest. And I don't think it says anything here for the ender chest. Maybe it does. Yeah, it's not even showing it. It's like it's totally glitched out for whatever reason. And now it's gone again. So it makes no sense. But if I actually go into the connector and remove the connection, it shouldn't be connected to the ender chest anymore because I'm turning off up, but it won't turn off. So what's happening, it's actually putting the item in the ender chest. It's so weird. I don't know why it's doing it. It's so bizarre. Yeah, I have no idea. That's a weird one. But anyway, it took me like 20 minutes to figure that one out. So thought I'd show you that in case you're having some issues with your, XNet. But we have everything we need for endgame now, right? So let's actually head up here, go to refined, and make our endgame stuff, right? So we should be able to make ourselves a set of armor. Actually, we'll do that later. Let's go ahead and grab our tablet first, our transmutation tablet. Go ahead and do this right here. So there you go. Got ourselves a transmutation tablet. Is that gonna give me a quest? There you go. And what this is a better version of the table, right? That we can carry around, move around, and just access all our items on the go, right? So pretty cool there. Going to immediately, I'll actually grab a second one of those too. So go ahead, pop you in there. Go, because we're gonna burn one right now. Oh, I need to grab the other one. I have both. There you go. Then we're gonna go ahead and make our Tome of Knowledge. What this one does, unlocks all transmutation knowledge when learned, right? So every recipe in the pack will be learned all at the same time, which is pretty cool. Go ahead and drop all that stuff in. Should start getting a lot of power here. Should only take about a second too. It only takes 400 million RF. I'm not even going to accelerate this thing. Just kind of get it done. This setup too, anyway, I found out later on anyway, if I accelerate it constantly, sometimes it gets locked up and you have to kind of reset it anyway. So kind of stopped doing it on this particular one. Let's grab our Tome of Knowledge here. Once you have this thing, you basically go into here, I guess, and then just shift that in there. It go to Learned, and now we have every recipe in the pack just in here. Anything that has the EMC on it, we just grab now. Like I didn't do all these alchemical bags, you know what I mean? I definitely didn't do upgrade range tier 2s either. You know what I mean? Every recipe's in here now. You just have access to anything that had EMC on it. So really cool, really rad, and makes it so you don't have to teach the table any more recipes at all whatsoever. So you basically have everything. I think we can also do the other transmutation tablet too. I've never really used this one. The arcane one. I think it has some other functionality, right? This one? Yeah, it has like a built-in crafting grid and some other things, right? So I'm not really sure about this one. Like I said, I've never really used it, but you know, it definitely has some other functionality that the other one doesn't have, but not going to worry about that too much. Okay, so we got that stuff. Let's go ahead and grab our armor. We need our full set of armor here. I think we'll need this stuff here. Let's grab you. And I'll probably need a bunch more neutronium now as well. So let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, we are pretty much done this pack though. You know what I mean? We're there. It's a thing. I really, really enjoyed this pack. It was a nice chill pack with interesting enough endgame to keep me interested. You know what I mean? Just not too much, not insane, but still pretty good. Go ahead and grab ourselves some infinities. There you go. Got 130. Go ahead and hunt down our armors. There you go. So I guess we'll grab the legs, grab ourselves the chest plate, hopefully. I wonder if this is going to dupe. I guess we'll find out if I have a whole bunch of infinity when we're done here. This thing duped. So this table is slow as heck. I guess I should be taking my time with this a little bit. Because I'll end up crashing something or doing something weird there. There you go. Go ahead and grab that. There's our booties. Fantastic. Let it update again. And that should be our full set of armor here, right? And we can just go ahead and put that on. I think I need to turn off this cosmetic stuff because I was hiding my armor previously. My boots right here. There you go. Cool. And now we have the full set of infinity armor. So we are pretty decked out now. You're pretty fast with this too. But the main thing with this armor is mobs can't target you. I don't even think players can target you anymore. You're just literally untargetable. So yeah, you're pretty much invincible. Just pretty insane, actually. It doesn't even have that much armor on it, realistically. But where you're not targetable, it doesn't matter. You're just unkillable. So pretty cool, pretty rad. It really neat either way, right? Then we can go ahead and... oh, I forget how fast you were with this stuff. You move pretty quick with this. The Sonic speed nonsense. Anyway, next thing we need to do is grab our weapons and tools that it wants us to make here. So I'm just going to grab the ones that they tell you to make. So let's go ahead and grab these ones. These are the ones in the quest book here. It wants you to make the sword, which is always the best one. Because this one's like a insta-kill sword. I don't know why I put it up there. It's being weird again. Here you go. This is one of the coolest looking weapons in all of Minecraft. Like, look at that thing. Just beastly. Love that animation there. And we go ahead and grab ourselves the axe. I forgot what this one's called. The World Breaker. Just an insane axe. So let's go ahead and grab that. Then we need to grab, I think this one's called the Nature's Ruin. The axe, right? Here you go. I don't know if this one's one shot. I'm going to guess it is, but we'll go ahead and do that. It's not going to be one shot probably on the boss too because it's hard limited. So we want to go ahead and kill Mother Silverfish because she griefed you early on or something. It's probably not going to work, basically. That's what I'm going to say. Not for one hit kill. Probably just be a couple hit kill though. This one's called a Plant Eater. Go ahead and grab you. I don't think I've ever made the shovel before. And I think that's all of them. The Ultimate Armor Shovel. There you go. Is that finished? Oh, what do we still need? Let's go down to Ultimate Armor. Oh, we need the bow. I forgot about the bow. The bow's actually really good. What do we need here? What is that bow called? Let's go ahead and pin that. Do that. Longbow of the heavens. Let's go ahead and grab that puppy. This thing's basically like a flux bow, but it's insta-kill. Go ahead and pull that in. Sweet. We got 2 ingots left. Apparently I made too many. And it's just a really fast, explosive bow. That pretty much kills everything on one hit. So, yeah, just a good time all around. We are pretty much decked out. I don't know why I don't have my wings, though. I thought you had wings when you had this armor. Do I have my particles on? It doesn't really matter too much, but I thought you had wings when you had this armor, man. Isn't that a thing? I think it's a thing. I'll have to look at that. I would have liked it for the thumbnail. Either way, we are decked out and we are done the pack. That's effectively it. Like that finishes it off and rounds it off. I never did get my sword either. Never got the Skullfire. What is that sword called? The skull sword thingy. Yeah, this thing. I never got one. Three Stoneblock 3. Sorry. 3 Stoneblock packs. Not a single Skullfire sword. Dagnabbit, you know what I mean? And there's a way to make this like 100 some damage, and I wanted to do that, but anyway, not going to do it now because, well, we didn't get it. It just, no luck at all. And I did very much enjoy this pack. I have to say, I really did enjoy this pack. It was a good time all around. It was fun. It was interesting. I really liked the way they integrated Crate, because a lot of packs lately have been integrating Crate into packs and not doing it well. They did it exceptionally well in this pack, right? They did a really good job of doing it. It felt really good. The progression felt nice. You're supposed to feel OP in Stoneblock 3s, and I felt OP the entire pack, which is fantastic, wonderful, and great. Although the way they did the end game, you couldn't just like progress instantly in the end game either. They gated you decently. The only one I would say, the only singularity I still have a beef with, the only one is the balloons. There's too much. Just half it. Just half that. Half the balloons. Maybe 3/4. You know what I mean? Just reduce it by 1/4 even. Just a little bit. It's a little too much. But outside of that, rest singularities were fine. Everything was great. And this pack's been good all around. So, yeah, just a good time. I enjoyed this. This is actually a really fun one. I've actually enjoyed this pack more than anything I've played since Age of Engineering. So, this is like my number 2 pack right now. So, yeah, pretty insane. Pretty insane all around. So I think it is time to go ahead and wrap this pack up here. I want to go ahead and thank the FTB team for the amazing pack. It's actually been really, really good. Really enjoyed it. It is fantastic all around. But yeah, it's time to wrap this one up. I am taking suggestions for new packs, so go ahead and throw those down in the comments. Let me know what's out there and what you would like to see, right? So that's definitely a thing. Need to kind of get that sorted out probably in the next 2 days or so. But once I do, we'll have a new pack up on the channel as soon as possible. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this pack here. So as always, if you like this series, go ahead and hit that like button. Really liked it. Hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. And see you guys, I guess, in the new series. Later.